There's a guy that went up 400 points in his testosterone naturally, 100% without anything. People say you can't do it.
Evans always talks about this, and every pro athlete talks about this. Are you coachable? Because if you're not coachable, get out of my face. If you have low T levels or your body's not functioning correctly, we think that you should go see a doctor. We both agree that you should get blood work. We both think that you should be on something. And I think society goes, well, you guys are whatever, and you hate this stuff. We have no give a sheesh about this stuff. It has no bearing on us. We think if your body's not functioning right, and this could help you, 100% do it. If your body's functioning well, don't do it. And I think that's the biggest point that you and I talk about is it's the young kids that think they need to do it. And it's like, no, you're working so well, but continue, go. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me on
that? 100%. And that's what I do every single day of my life. I wake up to men that I coach who are coming to me for that advice. And when I give them that advice, it is based upon years and years and years of data that I've collected through working with individuals, not going to a school and learning some pseudoscience that collects everybody into one giant tub and says everybody's test is going down. What I ask Joe Schmo that comes to me is, when was the last time you had your blood work? When was the last time you were on a proper, consistent nutritional program? When was the last time you were on a consistent exercise program? When was the last time you were in a community of people who are going to lift you up, not hold you down? And the answer is, it's been a long time. 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 Okay, if that's the case, let's start there first. You have no business going to a doctor until you get your mindset, your meals right, your movement right, you get in the community, and you have integrity about it. Those are my principles. And then when they do that, like I have evidence. If you look on my reels that I posted yesterday, there's a guy that went up 400 points in his testosterone naturally, 100% without anything. People say you can't do it. I have data and I have evidence. I don't just have some bullshit that I heard on the internet that I'm regurgitating. I actually work with these people every day.
Let's not say people say we gotta clarify a difference now because of the fact that society is so the average is so weak-minded that we got to clarify that the average Joe Smo says it drops. The average Joe Smo says you can't do it, because there actually has to be a difference between the people we talk about in the Titan crew and in your crew that go, no, I'm going to put the effort in. I'm going to stop that incredible. What's the number one thing that causes your testosterone to rise? Lower? Stress. Let's talk about our people, because they're different than the average people. They're wanting to get better. Does that make sense to you?
It's belief, right? If we can change somebody's belief from it's not possible to it is possible, or at least I'm going to try to see if it's possible. That's what I'm a master at. I might not be the most educated guy in the room, but I tell you, I can take a human being who doesn't believe in himself, and within 10 minutes, I've got him believing in himself. If I can get him to believe in himself,
most educated. You have more experience than most doctors.
Well, that's from the data, right, that I've collected over the years. So when I say not educated, I'm saying I didn't go to Harvard. I can't have a PhD behind my name, but I do have more data in my brain.
You can't even spell PhD.
So, look, here's something I ran into this morning. I had a guy that hired me to coach him, and I said, how do you like to be coached? He straight out looked at me, and I got it on video. He said, call me on my bullshit. I said, okay, I got you. So today, he sends me a thing, says, I want my money back. I'm going to quit. And I'm like, why? So he gave me 3 BS reasons why he wanted to quit. I said, dude, I'm calling you on your BS. And this is what I told him. You can't decide or determine what you want to be coached on. You can't say, oh, I'll let you coach me here, but not there. So if I come to you and say it's possible to raise your T levels naturally.
Can you share the 3 things that he complained about?
Okay, 3 things were, Clark, you wanted to put me in a community. And I'm not a community guy. I said, wait a minute, you coach sports. You're a coach. You're a coach of a team, and you're not about locker room experience. Every athlete will tell you the number one thing they miss when they retire is not the football game, it's the locker room.
Yep.
It's the brotherhood. Every guy that leaves the Marine Corps, It's the brotherhood. It's the arm in arm. It's the arguments. It's the competition. Competition will raise your testosterone. So one, and then I hit him back. I said, bro, you're not in the group. You didn't get in the group, and I didn't force it. Turn off your notifications. You don't need to be in the group. Number two, he said, man, Clark, I'm anxious to get my blood work back. The first thing I thought about was a scripture in the Bible that says, be anxious for nothing. So I said, be anxious for nothing, Romans 12:2. And I knew when I said it, it was going to trigger him. Because I asked him in our Zoom call, are you a spiritual guy? Oh, I'm a spiritual guy. I have my own way of believing. I said, you're going to let me saying a scripture affect you? Wow, bro, you're weaker than I thought, is exactly what I told him. All you got to do is tell me, bro, I don't really vibe with that. Could you please not say that ever again? No problem, because I'm coachable too. And then the third thing was, you didn't start me fast enough. I said, wait a minute. Do you not remember our Zoom call when you said to me, the reason I joined your program is because you made me get a blood test? I love that. And what I told you was, I am not starting your program officially till I get your blood work back so I can make an educated nutritional program, not some BS keto or whatever I'm going to do, what anybody else could do. Do you not remember that? Oh, I remember it. I said, so I'm calling you on your BS. Well, I'm not here to be convinced. I said, I'm not trying to convince you. I don't want you in my program. And that was that.
So before you go on, I want to say this to anybody that's listening. Heath Evans always talks about this, and every pro athlete talks about this. Are you coachable? Because if you're not coachable, get out of my face. Leave.
Yeah.
Don't be in the group. Heath says the reason why he made 10 years is because so many guys with gifts, talents, born genetics were not coachable. And if you're not coachable and it's just your way or no way, you ain't making the NFL. You ain't going to make it to the top. You ain't going to make it in Clark's group. You're not going to make it in my group.
Here's something I'm going to do reels about this, and I want everyone to listen. We have been lied to with all of these sayings that we have in this country that we live in. Here's one that we've been convinced to believe that is absolutely 100% not the truth. Ready? Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
The customer is not always right.
Done. I don't know if that's just in service or whatever that is, but yeah.
We've been told that if you're in business, the customer is always right. No. Everybody that comes to me has not been right about what they've been doing up until the point when they reach me. So when they reach me, they say, Clark, please tell me, please share with me, based upon your experience and how you look and what you're doing at the age of 59 years old to look the way you do. I want what you got. I got everything else, but I want what you got physically. Okay, are you ready? But just tell me, how do you like to be coached? I give people the ability to be coached away because, you've been around guys on your teams where some guys like to have their face mat grabbed. Some others like to be talked to more gently and kind. So I understand how to get the most out of humans, and I'm going to address them how they need to be addressed.
Okay.
This guy said, call me on my bullshit. I called him, and he wasn't man enough to own up to his bullshit. That's not coachable, coach.